Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Sunday Adelaja here from Kyiv, Ukraine. Uh, welcome, everybody on Facebook and on YouTube. We are very glad to welcome you to the program today. And we are having a special program, a very special program. And I would like us to go directly right into the program, into the show, because our guest of today, unfortunately, I think he was not aware. My team here didn't let him know the amount, the amount of time we are going to be spending. So he will have to go a bit earlier. So I want to right now quickly invite our revolutionist, but revolutionist without ammunition. Today we are going to be talking about his revolution without ammunition. And here is Federick Odorige. Hello, Frederick.
Hello, Pastor Adelaja. Nice to have you.
Thank you so very much. We are very glad to have you. We've been seeing your work on YouTube and Facebook. We have been following the very amazing and impressive move that you have created all over Europe, and that is having effect on Nigeria as well. I want to
Thank you very much.
I want to ask you, how did it all begin? What motivated you to start such a revolution?
You know, there comes a time in the life of a person or in the life of a country where you just tell yourself, I can't take it anymore. We also have a parable in my place that when you chase an animal to the wall, it has to reverse and pursue the pursuers. So I got this. It's a revelation. It's a revelation that I should start to speak to Nigeria, because it's like I've been domesticating my agitations. So I was led to start my first YouTube speech in February, and that was just how it started.
Impressive. Very, very impressive. But we would also like to know about you. If you don't mind, if you can tell us a little bit about yourself. For people who are watching, please go and share this message. Share the message with your friends and family members. If you don't mind, let's go and do the sharing. Share the message with your friends and family members, and let this word go viral so that as many people as possible will. No, you will need. We have echo coming from your side. We will need you to. Okay, it's good now. So
Let me try to arrange it. Let me try to arrange it for just a minute.
okay.
Thank you.
All right. So now at me what I see on the show. Namaya. So our guest is going to try to fix his technical issues there, and we will then have him back. Please, let's go and share the message. Meanwhile. So I think we are going to have him back very soon, and he's been doing a wonderful, wonderful job, all over the internet and just all over. He's on the YouTube, also he's on the Facebook, and he's taking people to the European Parliament, and they are protesting against what is happening in Nigeria. They very, very active. He's the president actually of Nigerian Association, the Association of Nigerians in Hungary. He's based in Hungary, and is the president of the Nigerian Association over there. So yeah, he's very active, and he's addressing directly the Nigerian government. He's addressing directly the Nigerian politicians. He's very, very politically involved. So I think it would be nice to hear his story and his history, where he's coming from, and what gave him that inspiration and the audacity and the boldness to do what he's been doing. Hello, Frederick. Are you there now? Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you now. We would like to hear your story. How did it all begin? Where are you from? And, you know, how did you get to where you are right now?
Actually, of course, I'm a Nigerian, and I've been living in Hungary for 2 decades now. So let me say since the last century, so to speak. I've been living here since the last century. And like I was telling you, there comes a time in the life of a man where you have to make decisions, just like the life of a country, where you have to say no, that you can take it no more. And that is the stage that we have reached in Nigeria. It's a time for us to say no, because we cannot continue to endure the very things that we can change. And that is how I started. I got a revelation, and I know that it was just from God that I should start to speak, because it's like I have been domesticating my ideas about Nigeria.
When you are talking, sir, when you are talking, make sure you don't touch your wire, because then it's making all the noise.
Okay.
Yes, with your hands, yeah. Go ahead, sir.
So I just feel that it's high time I spoke to a wider audience, and that is what I'm doing now.
Now, but I know that your journey started from Nigeria. And you actually, from all your video, one could say that you are a very passionate Nigerian. How come you are a passionate Nigerian at a time when some group of people want to leave Nigeria and actually, you know, destroy Nigeria or pull out of Nigeria? And at that same time, we have other people like you who are so passionate about Nigeria as if Nigeria is a good country, or Nigeria is the best country, or Nigeria is worth dying for. From what you are doing, you are proving to the world that Nigeria is worth dying for. Where does that patriotism come from? Nobody wants to be patriotic about Nigeria right now, but you seem to be very patriotic about Nigeria.
We have no reason to give up on Nigeria. we have absolutely no reason to give up on Nigeria, because it's very painful that we are so blessed, yet so cursed with bad leaders. So it's high time we broke the yoke of bad leadership. And if you look around the world, show me a country as naturally endowed and as Nigeria. Just show me one. I am here to see one. So how can we shy away from the blessings that we already have, the natural endowment? If you go to our airport, you see people from different countries checking in all the time. Why? They see what we don't see. So we have to harness our God-given resources. The issue is not about Nigeria. The issue is not about trying to break the country and all that. The issue is the leaders. That is the only problem we have in Nigeria. So if
you are agreeing with Chinua Achebe, who says that there is nothing wrong with our country, only with our leaders.
Absolutely nothing wrong. Yes, yes. Because if you look, for example, you live in Ukraine. If you look at Ukraine, Hungary, Slovenia, Austria, and all the countries around here, put all their resources together, like 12 countries, they are not as rich as Nigeria.
No.
So how come we are this poor? We cannot be so rich yet so poor. So we have to break that yoke. There's something innately wrong, and the problem is just the leaders.
And the GDP of Nigeria, for example, is 3 times the GDP of Ukraine, but Ukrainians are living much more better than Nigerians.
The poorest country in Europe is richer than Nigeria in terms of workability.
Even though Nigeria has more resources and more money.
Everything. It beats my imagination that somebody can be a governor for 4 years in a state, and you cannot turn that state into El Dorado. There is no state that is poor in Nigeria. No state. So, but they just garbage in and garbage out. You start to wonder what is wrong with these people. And the sad thing about it is that they come abroad with fat briefcases of our stolen money, and they return with empty brains. You start to wonder what is wrong with them. They just want to amass wealth, when everybody around them is suffering. They want to drive out of their compounds, and everybody is saying, Your Excellency, Your Excellency, Honorable Chemo, and everybody around you is poor. That is not a life. There's no legacy, and it's pathetic. So that is why a revolution has to change the system. We need a revolution like never before. But the fear is that, are the people ready? Are the people ready for a change? That is the greatest challenge to any revolution. The people must have the mindset to say, yes, we have taken this rubbish enough.
But can you go back to your state at this time, or even to Nigeria, with the kind of revolution you have just started?
For security reasons, I might want to return to Nigeria at the appropriate time, only at the appropriate time. Because some people just feel that, oh, we are stepping on their toes, but we need to step on their toes because we need to tell them what they have been doing wrongly. And that is the point. I'm not contesting the election, and so I'm not in a hurry to go back to Nigeria. But we must all contribute our little bits to ensuring that the right persons go into office.
But it is strange to hear that you are not contesting election when the movement that you are pushing for, the revolution that you are campaigning for, you are always, telling people that the right people must come to the front. And, we need another set of leaders. We need people who are not corrupt. And someone who is listening to you will think, this is the kind of person we need. But then you are saying you will not go.
Everybody cannot be a president at the same time. Some people are ready now, and some people have to encourage them, to support them to be there. And that is what I am doing now. There's a time for nation building. There's a time to contest election. There's a time to be a supporter. So that is why it's even very surprising to me that we have 74 presidential aspirants. None of them wants to step down. It's ridiculous. What are we doing with 91 political parties? Anyway, we know that some of them have been sponsored by APC and PDP. And you will find out that maybe a few weeks to the election, some of them will just come out and say, we have endorsed Mr. A. Others will say, we have endorsed Mr. B. They have been sponsored by Mr. A and Mr. B all along. So we know those dramatic actions that some of them do. Because another thing we have to know is that not all of them are sponsored anyway. But why is it that those ones that are not sponsored, if they are genuinely patriotic, they should be able to work together. They should be able to step down for each other. But we have a culture in Nigeria when somebody is contesting for an election, the person has not even won the election. They start to call the person, Your Excellency, Honorable, and you now find out that their hair will start to get swollen. They start to feel that they are already in the position. They feel that one of their legs is already in Aso Rock and another leg is outside. They just need to pull the one outside into Aso Rock. So with that mindset that one leg is already in Aso Rock, it becomes very difficult for them to pull back. That is why they find it very difficult to step down for each other. What politics is about service to the people. Why the desperation?
Now, but you have always been an activist from your university days in Nigeria.
Yes.
I heard that you also fought against Abacha, and that is a dangerous person to fight against. And you fought against Babangida and their policies. So you are a rugged man. Tell us about it.
All of those people you have mentioned now are the people that have put us where we are now. All of them. The soldiers came with their coup. They came with their guns. They promised us. We thought that they were our friends, but they just came to SKD, steal, kill, and destroy. Because the Nigerian politicians, you see, whether military or civilians, they are the principalities and powers that the Bible is talking about. Their only mission is to steal, to kill, and to destroy. That is why I call them SKD. So right from the military regime, they read nice, they make nice speeches on the day of the coup. But before you know it, they are stealing everything. Imagine people are still alive today that were canvassing for Abacha to return as a civilian president. But you see that it took 20 years of foot dragging before Switzerland was able to refund reluctantly what Abacha stole from us. And that is just a little of what is stole. Then you talk about Babangida. All those people, they are the real problem. In fact, if you look at all the presidents we have had, whether military or civilian. Think for a second, which of them that are alive deserve to have their faces on Nigerian currency? Is it Obasanjo? The answer is no. Is it Babangida? No. Is it Abubakar? No. None of them deserve to have their faces on our national currency. But they are using the currency and stealing the currencies of Nnamdi Azikiwe, of Awolowo, those ones that made name for themselves. But none of them deserve to be on our national currency. That alone is a test. It's a proof to show that these ones have all failed, whether the Obasanjos, whether all of them. They are the people that have put us where we are now, and we cannot continue to stay where they want us to stay.
Now, what will be the goal of all the activism? Because one time I saw a video of yourself and a bunch of people that you went to picket the European Union. What is that about?
We are taking the issues of Nigeria not just to the national level. We are going to take it to the international level also. This election that we're expecting in 2019, if they rig the election, we are going to fight again to make sure that Nigeria is sanctioned by the international community, because we cannot allow anybody to impose just anybody on us. It's enough.
So sanction will only make the people to suffer.
But when depending on the type of sanction, for example, if you are telling the president, if it's somebody that stole a mandate, and you are ostracizing such a person not to attend international meetings, that is a sanction. It might be travel bans. It might not be economic sanction. It is economic sanction that will make the people to suffer. But you have to pick out those people that are the cause of the problem. Then you now give them problems also that matches what they deserve.
When you went to Brussels and to speak on behalf of, what was the response? Did you see any? Is it worth it, or Europe doesn't care for what's going on in Africa right now?
Actually, even some of these developed countries you see, we are aware that they also caused part of our problems. That we know. But we also know that they have offices in our country. Therefore, we are cooperating with them in different ways, in terms of politics, in terms of social, economic activities. So it is also proper that we make them to know what the problem is, so that they can find solutions to it. For example, if the European Union decides to impose travel bans on some of these politicians, it will send a signal, not just to Nigeria, but to other African countries.
But, America did that to Atiku, and they are accusing him of corruption, stealing Nigerian money. But Nigerian money that he stole, Nigeria itself is not even persecuting him for that. It is another country, America, that is persecuting him for stealing Nigeria's money to hide in America. Now, but he cannot travel to America. And today, I just went to the page of the Homeland Security in America and read the accusation. It's still there, the accusations against Atiku and why he cannot go to America. But that didn't stop him from contesting to be the president of Nigeria. So even if they ban them from coming to Europe, what good is that if the ban to go to America did not even stop somebody from becoming or running to become the president of the country?
The fact is that some of those people we are supposed to refer to as elder statesmen, like the Obasanjos, they are the root causes of all of these problems.
Yes.
Before now, Obasanjo said that God will not forgive him if he supports Atiku to be president.
That's true.
And he wrote in his book,
yes,
Obasanjo's book, that what Atiku stole from Nigeria can feed 300 million Nigerians in 400 years.
Yes.
Can you imagine the magnanimity of such a statement? You now turn around to recommend such a person after having secret pacts with him, you now further want to mortgage the country by selling Nigeria to such a person. And Nigerians will be the most stupid people if they listen to the Obasanjos of this time. Nigerians will be the most stupid people if they listen to the voice of the articles. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Why are we limiting our prosperity to the articles or to the Buharis of today? They have nothing to offer. Absolutely nothing.
But the two leading parties, they are the ones representing the two leading parties in the country.
Yes, the issue is that I think Nigerians we need some kind of
mental revolution.
You know why this thing is painful? We live in developed societies. We see that everything that happens in Nigeria is opposite to what is happening in developed countries. That is why people like us are angry. That we have enough to live well. Everybody cannot be rich, but we can create an egalitarian society where everybody is contented. Now, take for example, if Nigerians are the worst employers of labor that I know in the world, what do I mean by that?
Employers or employees?
Employers. I mean employers. I will explain to you. Nigerians are the worst employers of labor in the world. What do I mean by that? If somebody wants to contest an election, is a public servant. You that is casting your vote, you are the employer.
Okay.
Right? Now, if you employ such a public servant and you now start to call him my master, you employ somebody, you now start to call the person your excellency, my master, Chemo, I am lawyer for life. That is a curse. That is an aberration. Now, you employ somebody for 20 years, year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The person is not doing well. The company is not yielding interest or profit. We're not making profit. You employ the person again 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There is something wrong with you. You are a bad player. We cannot continue employing people like that. And that is why we say we are the worst employer of labor in the world. Africa is waiting for us. You cannot continue employing the same people that is pulling down your company. If it's your personal company, will you employ people like the Buharis to manage your company? They've all failed. They have all failed. We cannot continue employing them. Then later we'll not call them master. How can you call your public servant master? Excellency.
Beautiful.
I'm
well
lawyer.
said.
I'm lawyer. It's pathetic. And you know, a few days ago, I count so much on Nigerian youths. But a few days ago, when I saw the demonstration of a group of persons that call themselves Forum of NGOs,
yes,
that protested to the Embassy of America,
yes,
that they should issue visa to Atiku. What right does anybody has to tell a country not to issue visa to anybody? Why did these ones, you know, all of them were putting on orange color face cap. Somebody paid for that. They wore some uniforms. Somebody paid for that. And they took themselves shamelessly to campaign against Atiku. Of course, I'm not an Atiku or Buhari supporter. Everybody knows that. But now let us address this matter objectively. Where were these people when Obasanjo was making all these accusations against him? Why did they not demonstrate that Atiku must be taken to court? Where were they when we were discussing about the certificateless Buhari? Why did they not demonstrate to INEC that they must not allow him to contest election because he has no visible and feasible school certificate? Where were they? Where were they when the hardship in Nigeria is making people to commit suicide. But just for a pot of porridge, they sold their conscience. They sold their voices. They sold their time and marched under the scorching sun to speak against Atiku. Not why do you issue visa to Atiku? What arrant nonsense. And if you look at the gang leader, I call them, that was a gang. If you look at the gang leader that spoke for those people, at a point he said, articulate Nigerians. Articulate. He was even campaigning for Atiku. Bible articulate. Because those are the words that they coin. They not coin words. You know, Nigerians use that coin words. And they coin those words and they inflict injury on their souls. What is articulate? Because his name is Atiku. You just add it into English. That is bad English. Of course, we know that there is articulate in the dictionary, but to try to beautify the name articulate is bad English. If, let me use this word, if you use shit to rub your face, ooh, after you now use powder. Let me use that word. I want to be raw, and you now use powder to cover the shit. The shit will still smell. Ooh, poison or no poison, whether it has expiry date or no expiry date, poison is poison. So in the 21st century of leadership, we cannot be talking about the articles. We cannot be talking about the Buharis. Are our youths ready to liberate themselves? We're talking about freedom here. Freedom is not an orange tree that falls down because it gets ripe. No, you force it down. You force freedom down. It's not an orange tree that must fall down because, on its own because it's ripe. No, you force freedom down. This is the time. This is the time. So our people must understand. We are living here. Our families are here. We are happy here. But our families, extended families, are still at home. Our friends are at home. And our passport has been desecrated by these so-called leaders. Green, white, green. These are things that the color of our passport is symbolic. It speaks of fertility, of purity. Look, and it does not matches its name anymore because our leaders have made it so. What is our motto as a country? Unity and peace. Unity and faith, peace and progress. Is there unity in Nigeria today? No. Is there faith in country? No. Is there progress? No, there is nothing. Our motto is not even working. When the motto of a country is not working, what else do you expect? So we need a re-engineering of the system. And when some people tell you, oh, it's Atiku that has the money to, which money? Money that is stole from you. Money that is stole from you. Death is not the most painful loss in life. To me, death is not the most painful thing in life. The most painful thing is when you know somebody that killed you yesterday or killed your prosperity yesterday, and the person stands before you today and he wants to rule over you again, and you prostrate before that person and you say, rule over me again, rule over me again, I am loyal, knowing fully well that tomorrow you will die again. That is the real death. And that is the problem. So we must begin to conscientize our people that even the educated ones, they are articulating. What happened to our people? Who bewitched our people? Who bewitched them? Foolish Galatians. That is the issue.
No, I think what you mentioned before, you had said in the beginning of our conversation that the real principalities are the elite. The elite, either it is religious elite or what elite again, our political elite or, even the educated elite, I think has become a problem for our country.
Yes. But the real problem now is not just the elites, it's the people. The people must be ready to say no. You are a pastor. something tells me that that night that God told the Israelites to leave Egypt, something tells me that not all of them left because they were used to bondage. I'm just thinking, because they have not left before they started murmuring. Something tells me that some of them, right? Something tells me that some of them stayed back because they had no alternative to slavery. And that is what our people are undergoing now. They want to stay back. They have conditioned themselves to hardship. So they need people like you and I to tell them that it's time to say no. It's time to say no. We must begin to say no to vote buying. How can somebody buy you, give you 5,000 naira for 4 years? And like I used to say, we have 365 days in a year, 1,460 days in 4 years. Divide your 5,000 naira by 1,460 days. It gives you 4 naira. That cannot buy you today's pure water in Nigeria. And you sell your destiny, you trade your prosperity. It's pathetic. And Africa, the whole of Africa is waiting for Nigeria. They are waiting for Nigeria. What is wrong with our people? How can we say we are the giant of Africa? No. We are the sleeping giant. Not even standing, sleeping in the gutter. It's as serious as that. Countries move every day. You see them in developed countries around you. Every 2 months, you see new infrastructures coming up. But no, in our country where we come from, one person must steal the money and everybody around is suffering. How can in modern world, people are still campaigning with roads? I will do road, I will give you water, I will give you electricity. Come on. Are those the things they still campaign about in developed countries? No. They are not talking about how to reduce taxes. That is what they talk about in developed countries. How to introduce new forms of health insurance. That is what they're talking about. Because they had roads, electricity, and all that more than 300 years ago. You are still there crawling with electricity. And you want to use the same old leaders to get new results. How can you put new wine in old wineskin? So this is time for Nigerians to say no to vote buying. This is the time to say no to insecurity. Because insecurity in Nigeria, as you see, is business for people. Some Nigerians, they trade on the blood of Nigerians. People have to die for them to be rich. The Boko Haram you are seeing there, is it not politicians that are masterminding it? I am a military scientist. If we have a president that is a retired army general that cannot fight Boko Haram within 1 month, even through area battle, grind them to pieces within 3 weeks, and you call yourself a retired army general? So what are they doing now? They are now reintegrating Boko Haram people. Instead of detaining them, get information from them on how they get their resources, how they communicate, then you now attack with that. They are not reintegrating them into the society. They will now become security issues, serious security issues. And you are not taking IPOB, that is not a terrorist group. You are not taking 35 of them to court. You see the irony, because people are trading on Boko Haram. Do you know what it takes to hear in developed countries that 100 soldiers died, killed, because of superior powers, because the Jonathans stole money meant for ammunition? Because when people talk about Jonathan, they just say, oh, because he considered defeat. So we would have had 2 presidents in Nigeria if he had not considered defeat. Let's talk about what is stole. You cannot be hiding or keeping Dasuki because he distributed 2.1 billion. When the person that signed for the money to be distributed is working free, Jonathan Goodluck.
But they said that is the agreement with that on the condition for which Jonathan stepped down, so that they will not prosecute him after he stepped down.
Have you seen any president in Nigeria that was prosecuted after leaving office? No, they don't prosecute themselves. They know themselves. They never prosecute themselves. Never. They don't do it. It's their oath. They are above the law. They come first before Nigeria. That is what they do. They never prosecute, even if they belong to different parties. So I believe they have that oath, they have that agreement, and that yoke must stop. It must stop. It must be broken. So this is the time for Nigerians to say no to insecurity, no to vote buying, no to disenfranchisement. How can a Tinubu who fought the military regime and was part of Nadeco suddenly become a godfather, telling people not to vote on election day for Ambode during their primaries? And you have the right to make your wife to return to the Senate as many times as she wants. People are now disenfranchised from voting. Nigerians disenfranchised from voting by the Agberos paid by Tinubu to scare people from voting. How can we build a country around one person or two people? We are talking about our country, not their country. We did not escort people to Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to each and every one of us. And nobody owns Nigeria more than Nigerians. We must begin to rise up and say, no, this must stop. The poverty is too much. The hardship is too much. The insecurity is too much. People just look at you come from Nigeria. Some say, Nigeria. There are two reasons why they discriminate against Africans. Let me say Nigerians. Two reasons. That's in developed countries. One of the reasons is that there's this stigma of slave trade, which the so-called developed countries, that is the genesis of terrorism. They call it slave trade, but I call it terrorism. When you enter into a country with your guns and your ammunitions, and you force the people to surrender, and you take them to your country, that is terrorism. They call it trade, but I call it terrorism. Now, because of that terrorism, which they did not apologize about, which they did not compensate about, there is a stigmatization of the African people. That is one of the reasons, one of the reasons why we have discrimination. The second reason is that they know that we are very rich, yet we are escaping from our wealth, and people are dying on the Mediterranean Sea. These are people that are coming from wealthy countries, but they can never figure it out, how to harness their resources. That is the second reason why they discriminate against us. We are too rich to be coming to countries like where we are now. We're too rich. There's no country in this world where you will not see Nigerians. You go to Iraq, go to Afghanistan, Nigerians are there. Why? Everybody wants to escape. Escape is the word, not to live, to escape. So we must stop all of these things that our leaders are doing. We must say no to bogus salary, especially those of the senators. We must say no to the moderate headsmen that are being sponsored by a section of the people. We must say no to political godfathers, those political ancestors that have refused to die. We must say no to them. But one thing that gives me courage is that God will deal with some of all these people in such a way that God will answer us beyond our prayers.
Amen.
You know the story of Audu, the former late governor of Kogi State.
Yes, sir.
He won election in the afternoon, but died in the morning. Only God can do that. The same day, somebody wins an election in the afternoon, but he already died in the morning before the result was announced.
Wow.
That is how, now you will see that APC and PDP, they are fighting themselves. They will turn their swords against themselves. They will drink their blood like sweet wine because they have put us where we are now. And this is not our destiny. So that is how God is going to surprise some of them. They are now junketing, contesting, crisscrossing from party to party. But that thing that made Nigerians to celebrate in 1998, when an Abacha died with one apple, Nigerians will celebrate again.
Amen. Amen.
For a people to celebrate the death of somebody, Nigerians will celebrate again. So we must begin to put our heads together as a people. We don't need to tell somebody what to do. if you don't take bribe for 1 day, it does not kill you. Why must our people start to support the same people that put them where they are? But it is also good that prayers are going on in Nigeria. How God will do it, we don't know. If we know how God will do it, then God is not God.
No,
That is why we say.
But the problem with Nigeria is that prayers are going on there, but nobody is standing out as such, like you are standing out and taking responsibility. Most people, especially Christians, just prefer to pray. But what you are doing is that you are not just praying, but you are actually acting. Can you imagine if there will be 1,000 movement like your own in the country? Then we can take the country in our hands.
Yes. Yes. Actually, I started this movement. I was just making my video. I have no power of my own. I have no words of my own. But somehow, words started pouring into me. Words were just coming. Sometimes I'll be on the street. I'll just stop and start to write. The words were just coming. The words, what to say, were just coming. I have never been short of words since I started. And I can tell you that some of the videos that I will post in the next 2 months, they are ready, because my heart is suffocated with words, things to say. Now, the movement started just through my videos, and people started to tell me that they want to join, and I was thinking, join what? And that was how the movement started. And I just got the idea, okay, form a movement, and we formed a movement within Europe. And before I knew it, people in the US, Canada, everywhere, Asia, they want to join. So in the next 2 weeks, we are going to take it to Nigeria to have WhatsApp group in every state. And we might just change the name of this movement next year to Global Coalition, no more European Coalition. And we might end up having the strongest movement in the black race, where people can stand up to say, yes, we want to take what belongs to us, where people can voice out what they feel and say, this is what I want, not what a few persons want. We cannot continue like this. And the security forces we have in Nigeria, they must start to wake up. Because for you to start to spray tear gas or to shoot at people, scare people not to vote, you are the ones they are the ones suffering it also. Go to some army barrack or police barrack, you will be disgusted. How can people live in such a deplorable situation where there are budgets for that? The salary of a senator can pay of almost 700 army privates. There are budgets for training and the reorientation of our security forces. They are not using that money. A few people are stealing the money. But the security forces, they will not transfer their aggression to the ordinary Nigerians when they are supposed to be cooperating with us to vote in good leaders that can change everybody's situation. Police officers, soldiers, they don't attend different markets. We all attend the same market. Their condition is even worse because they are exposed to risk. So they have a role to play. Your gang cannot just collect maybe 500,000 naira and give you 50,000. Money you will spend in 1 day. Then you start to shoot bullets. Who is paying for that? For those bullets? Our Nigerian streets, Sambisa Forest. So all of us have to come together. Nigerians, security agencies, and all that. And you know the system of arrest in Nigeria. The police will just arrest somebody, no respect, no courtesy. Before you know, they first slap you. They don't care who you are, just to intimidate you first and drive fear into you. So that by the time they take you to police station, they will twist your statement. Then later, they will not tell you how much to pay. All those fears is so that when they tell you amount to pay, you will just easily go and pay. But on the wall, they write bail is free. They write it there, bail is free. So by the time you start to fight your own people with whom they are supposed to cooperate to change the system, we don't lose confidence in each other. Our security forces, they carry the badge of authority. They must begin to think rightly. Because when they pension and they go back home, They will not go home with those guns. But their oppressors that they are protecting now will also delay their pensions. They must be proactive.
I want you to tell me more about your movement and what you plan to do, so that we are showing your contacts now, so that people who want to join will be able to know what to expect. So what are the expectations? You had mentioned that you want to move to Nigeria and start this movement in every state. And tell me more about that. What about why they are still in Europe? What about those in America? What about people in other continents in Asia? What can they do? And how can they really play active role?
What we do, we have WhatsApp groups in each of these countries. So Nigerians are joining the WhatsApp groups. So the first thing we're going to do now is to open WhatsApp groups for every state. Then we now take, for example, let's say now I live in Hungary. We now take 2 members of this platform in Hungary, and maybe you are from, let's say you are from Delta State. If we open a WhatsApp group in Delta State, we now pick 2 persons living abroad from Delta State to join your group as the admins, to be giving you information of what we are doing. So everybody is part of it. I am a member of all the platforms here, but it's too much for me. So I cannot join all the platforms. So some people, there has to be a division of labor. So some of us will be joining the platforms, exchanging information and all that. Now, we started with an online election, which was transparent. We picked a candidate that this is the person we are going to support. Anybody that wins the election is the person we are going to support. And excuse me, I'm having some cough also, because it's quite cold today, so excuse me when I cough. Omoyele Showore won the election with 81.3%, and that was how he became our candidate. And that is how we are why we are supporting him. We don't belong to his political party, the African Action Congress. After him, maybe in the next election, if we see another viable person, we support that person. So it's about the person, it's about country, not about political party, not about how much you have or what you stole from the country.
Is he aware that you are supporting him?
Of course he knows.
Okay.
Of course he knows. We did an election. He thanked us for everything, for organizing it. It was transparent. It was not something you can rig, because it was an open thing and all that. So he knows that we are not working for him, we are working with him for Nigeria.
So anybody who is seeing your WhatsApp, we have your WhatsApp now, we are showing it on the screen. So they could just go there and get all the information, or just send their own WhatsApp. How does that work?
No, they send us emails. By the time we announce this, trying to go to the grassroots in Nigeria, now we're going to make a video inviting people to send us emails. So by the time they start to send emails from Nigeria, we now start to select them. Oh, this one is from Delta. This one is from Edo State. This person is from Cross River State. So what we are doing is that a group that is from Delta State, we just open a WhatsApp group for them, and they start to add up others from Delta State. So that is how they will start to be a part of this change movement. So that is what we're going to do. And we're going to be sharing information, and we're going to be following action, not just talking about talking. We have been talking since 1960. Let's follow it with action. It's not about talking. You know, some people say, when you talk, you die. When you don't talk, you die. I don't subscribe to that. You talked and you died because you did not follow your talk with action. You did not talk and you died because your silence killed you. So this is not just time for talking about talking, and it's not a time for being silent. But the good thing is that we are not violent. Any saying that we preach hate amongst our people, we don't need it. I want to see you first as a Nigerian, not your tribe, not your religion, nothing more. I want to see you first as a human being, then as a Nigerian. Then we have to come together to build. If you don't travel abroad, you will not really appreciate how our leaders are destroying our country. Because sometimes I walk on the street, I see the development, I just shake my head and I say, oh, Nigeria. In Europe here, when I see this development going on, rail work, replacement, things, planting flowers on the street, we go into big parks, we enjoy ourselves. But whenever I enjoy myself in those places, something just arrests my heart. Why can't this thing be replicated in our country? Why? Can't people go to a park in the night and everywhere is lit up? No sounds of generator. Who uses generator? The only time you see generator is on the street. When they are repairing, maybe they are welding something on the railway. Who talks about generator? So when I see all the beautiful things that we enjoy here, I start to think, why can't these things happen in my country? We have to replicate all these things. Countries where they pay children just for being children every month. Just for being children every month. Countries where pensioners can travel free of charge, have health care, just because they have served their country for 35 years. That is what we want to see in Nigeria. Not a governor that served for 4 years will now give life pension to himself. They now go to Senate again to loot. These people, some of them will just sleep and they will not wake up.
So maybe after they retire from looting the states, they will now go to the national Senate.
Yes,
from
assembly,
governor, they will retire to Senate.
Shamelessly. How can somebody,
After being governor for 8 years,
yes,
then you will retire to Senate.
as a playground to sleep. They used to sleeping. All you hear them shouting, nay. If okay, did they have it? Yeah, the year have it. That is, they just go there to talk. We have House of Reps, we have Senate, we have House of Reps, we have Senate. They are doing the same work. Why do we need two of them? We don't need them. So somebody has served for 35 years in this country and they are enjoying the pension in Europe. And your pension money, they post it to you in your house. Not our pensioners will die or standing on the queue, waiting for their money. You even need to bribe to get your pension. So that is why we are angry. Children will be receiving salaries just because they are children. Free medical care, free education until the age of 18. Why can't we do all that in Nigeria? We are too rich. We are too rich. Then somebody will not turn around to say, no, we don't want to enjoy all of those things we are talking about. Let us continue with the Buharis and the articles. And I say, God forbid. God forbid. Just yesterday, some days ago, I received a letter. I opened the letter and I saw some checks inside the letter. Who is the sender? The sender is the mayor of the district where I live. Something you will call equivalent of local government chairman. The checks are worth about 80 euro. With a short letter that we know it's Christmas time. Please use this for shopping for Christmas.
Wow.
Especially for children. Every year we get this kind of checks. Just go for Christmas shopping. If you convert that money into that those checks into naira, it's about 30,000 naira. Just dash. When it was September, time for resumption for children to go to school, they sent us checks. Go and buy books for children. These are things that we can do in Nigeria. We are too rich. We are too rich to be where we are. So when people like us living abroad are telling our people, when we are telling our people to wake up, they should understand. They should understand that yes, they have to wake up. Please, can you just give me a minute?
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Nameya. Wow. Yeah, in this country too. How much do they pay now? Who knows? How much do they pay? Skoka plates za rajdenia ribionka. Devete sich belayas now. So such as sorok sich is lisem lisetesich. About 10,000 euros they pay you. Or 10,000, 9,000, $10,000. They pay you here if you give birth to a baby. Yeah. To encourage you to give birth, to compensate you that you gave birth to a child. Yes. So if you know, for their citizens. Yeah. So, but if you have two, then it's more. If you have three, it's even more. But if you have 3 children, then you'll be getting salary every month because you are a hero. You are a lady hero. I don't know if they have it in the West, but they have it here. Hello, Mr. Federick.
I have to attend to somebody now. And I think we've really talked, just like I told you before we started, that I have to go when it's 7 o'clock.
Yes.
And, I really hope that we can find time to talk again.
You have done a good, very, very good job. But let me ask you one more question before you go. And the question,
yes, please.
The question is this. The question is this. This your movement, is it just going to remain a social movement, Iwo Galava? Can you move back a little bit, sir?
Okay.
Yes. So, will it just remain a social movement, or is going to be transformed into a political movement?
It is already a political movement.
Okay.
It is already a political movement that is directed at security and democracy in Nigeria.
That is bold, though.
Yes.
So you are not intimidated?
By who? We have our rights. We have freedom of expression.
By the powers that be?
They are just there because they are temporary. They are not permanent.
You see, I like the way you are moving because you are starting it way ahead. You are not in a hurry to go and be contesting, but you are starting it as a populous movement, first of all, as a people's movement. Then when it transforms to a political movement, people already know you very well. Because the problem that our young aspirants, our presidential aspirants are having is that they didn't do like that. They didn't do a social people movement. They didn't do a mobilization and a popularization of their brand. They just came up immediately, we want to become president. Yes. And nobody knew them, it's too short. So I like, I like your approach.
Thank you very much. And I'm not doing all this because I want to contest immediately or in the near future or in the near future. If I need to contest, then to God be the glory. But for now, I'm doing it for nation building. That is the most important thing. Nation building.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
I would like to encourage everybody to go join the WhatsApp group and to go join this movement and to make Nigeria a better place. Maybe we'll get you back in the future. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the interview. Stay well. Bye.
Yeah,
thank you.
Bye. So I want to encourage everybody that is watching us to go ahead and share the message. Let's go ahead and share this message, please, and let's spread the word. But besides that, I want to encourage you to call. So is there anybody there that would like to contribute to what we are discussing? If you want to call and you want to contribute, please let us know by going to Facebook Messenger. And when you get to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents. Move Agents. And when you get to Move Agents, just write to us that I want to call or I want to contribute. I want to call. So then we will call you back, okay? That's the way it works. So go to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents, and then write to us, and we will call you back. So let's discuss this revolution without ammunitions. Let's discuss the change. This is a political movement, he said. So let's discuss about the efforts of this man. I'm sure that some of you have seen his video. Have you ever seen his video? Yeah, I'm sure that some of you have seen his video. What do you think about the activities? What do you think about the videos that Federick has been doing and the movement that they have started? I want to hear, what people think, both from Nigeria and from Europe and from the diaspora. Let's hear what you people have to say about that. But in the meanwhile, I've got my book here about Nigeria, The Beauty of Nigeria's Diversity. And this is what this guy is campaigning for. And I commend him for, he hates the politicians, and especially the old politicians, he doesn't like them. But he loves Nigeria. And he doesn't believe in dividing Nigeria or breaking down Nigeria or destroying Nigeria. He believes that we have enough and that we have enough blessings as a nation to stick together and to be able to value one another. But me personally, it is after I traveled abroad and I started seeing all kinds of Nigerians everywhere that are different from me, from my tribe, from where I come from, and I begin to say that, oh, they are wonderful. I'm so proud. Right now, I'm more proud to be a Nigerian, not because I'm a Yoruba man, but because I know I know that Nigeria comprises of 250 other tribes. That is what I'm proud of. And if anybody will ever make Yoruba people to leave Nigeria, I'm not going to stay with Yoruba people because my identity is no more Yoruba. My identity is now Nigerian. I would rather go and stay with Nigeria where other people are. I would rather stay with all other Nigerians because that is what makes me to really say I want diversity. I want to see not just myself. I want to see the Edos. I want to see the Thieves. I want to see the Ogonis. I want to see the Igbos. I want to see the Hausas. I want to see everybody that are diverse, the diverse cultural background and wealth that we have as a nation. And so I think that we are blessed. And like he said, that not too many countries are as blessed as Nigeria. And one of that blessing is our diversity. Our diversity is one of our greatest blessings. And that's why I wrote this book, why the elections are going on and the fighting are going on, the division, everybody is divided, APC or PDP, why that is going on. I wrote this book just to solidify and consolidate the things that we have in common. And one of the things that we have in common, which is a major thing, is this diversity. So I would like to encourage all of us to read that book. And you can read it for free if you go to Facebook Messenger. I mean, not Facebook Messenger. You go to Kindle Unlimited, you'll be able to read it for free. So, read that book, and I'm sure it will encourage you to be a Nigerian. You'll be proud to be a Nigerian after reading that book. But besides that, I just released a new book this week. We just released a new book this week. And this is the favorite book of Dr. Victor Bamishaye, or Bamishaye Victor. He likes that book like crazy because he's the one who interpreted it. He translated it from Russia. He translated it from Russian to English. And he has translated maybe like 10 of my books or more. But this one, he's just like over the board with it. He's just like, he was so passionate about it. He wanted to begin to publish some part of it before the book itself was published. He was saying everybody needs to read this book. So that is the book there. Who Will Attend Your Funeral? Who Will Attend Your Funeral? I remember when I was in Nigeria, we used to call that thing funeral. I think they call it in Nigeria funeral, yeah. But when I got to America one time and I began to listen to this American, the way they talk, I said, is that the way it's pronounced? So I quickly like, So it's funeral. Okay, I will know now. Who will attend your funeral? So who will attend your funeral? And so that is the book there. And that book now, of course, it's going to be costing $20 when it's published. But right now, you can get it for $2. So it's on pre-order right now. So if you want to get the book that Who Will Come to Your Funeral, you can go get it right now. This week, it's going to be like that for a week. So yeah, you can go to Amazon and get it for $2 instead of $20. So go for it. Who Will Attend Your Funeral? And go and see whatever Dr. Bamishaye Victor saw, because he is so passionate about that particular book. Of course, I have many other books, but you can read all of them for free on Kindle Unlimited. But this one is still on pre-order, so you cannot read this one quite yet, but you can buy it and buy it cheaper, right now while it's still on pre-order. So we have a few more minutes to go. I think maybe we are going to have a few calls. If we are going to have calls, we have 15 more minutes to go. After that, we will come back to do the series that is going on. Some people seem to be excited about this, my new series. So, high-yielding lifestyle versus low-yielding lifestyle. A lot of notes I've been receiving about this, a lot of messages, letters, people who are really grateful and excited about this new series that we are doing. Anyway, but I had an experience today. I just finished writing an article. I had an experience, short article, but that compared to the articles that I normally write. Somebody sent me the website the American website, where they have the accusations and the indictment against Atiku. God have mercy. If you go and read it, if you are a Nigerian, you will close your eyes like this. I want you to go and read it. I have it here. Maybe I should give you. Anybody that wants. I didn't think about that I was going to talk about this. So if I had known, I would have given it on the screen so that you could go and look for it yourself. But it is scary. Oh, okay. I'm going to put it in my article. Yeah, I'm going to put it in. I've just finished writing an article, and I'm going to post that article tonight or tomorrow. But it is a Homeland Security website. Just type Abubakar Atiku. You go red. You know what? We black people don't go red. But after reading all that is written there, you are going to go red for sure. You are going to be so embarrassed. You are going to blush so bad that, how can somebody who is a fugitive, is a fugitive, a fugitive is a criminal that ran away, that is being looked for. So it's a fugitive, it's somebody that is declared that is being as a suspect in America, and he ran away, he escaped, and that is how they are describing him there. This man is a fugitive. His partner that they accused together is in prison. His partner is a congressman in America. Jefferson is his name. Congressman, and he is serving his terms. But our Atiku escaped to Nigeria. And he didn't just escape to Nigeria. He's working unashamedly. He's even being celebrated as one of our elite. Can you imagine the shame, how the world is laughing at us? As a fugitive, now he came and said, I'm going to become president. He's not ashamed to say, let me go and cover my face, and he's refusing to go to America. Not that they don't give him visa, but they are saying we can give you visa to come, but you have to come as an accused. You have to go to the court. Because I know what that means. If you are innocent, if they are accusing you, unfairly, then go and defend yourself. Just like myself, I was out of the country. I was out of Ukraine when I started hearing that people were accusing me of something. I changed my ticket, flew to Ukraine, back to Ukraine. I was in England. I flew from England back to Ukraine to come and answer the questions. And for 10 years, I'm in court. I'm not going anywhere. I've not traveled. In court, I will not leave until I clear my name. That is how an innocent person behaves. Because if you are innocent of something and they're accusing you for it in court, not just gossip, right? But this one is official. If you are normal, you will go and say, how can you, I didn't do this thing, how can you accuse me? Especially with someone like him with all the money he has. You have the money to hire any lawyer you want, any person you want to defend you. But why is he running away from going there? It means you are guilty. So if you are guilty, then how come you are walking with impunity around like nothing happened? Because he knows that Nigerians will not investigate. Nigerians don't do research. Because he knows that Nigerians don't know, they don't think with their head. They will never even question it. Go and give them rice. They will begin to say, articulate. Sorry. They will begin to shout articulate, not just question you, but they will begin to shout articulate. Even if you don't give them rice, just promise them that life will be better. That's enough for them to begin to shout articulate. Or somebody tell you that money will flow under him. Or that, he's rich. But he's rich out of your money. Because they are prosecuting him in America not for stealing American money. They are prosecuting him in America for stealing Nigerian money. And the same Nigerians say, let him steal our money, don't worry. We will bring him back. So if you see the amount of money that they said he stole, that he can feed the whole of Nigeria for 300 years, that money that can feed all of Nigeria for 300 years, and you are still clapping for him and you still want to vote for him? That is when he was second citizen or he was VP. If he told Nigeria for the next 300 years when he was VP, what about what happens when he doesn't have any control as the real president, the first citizen? He will finish the country. It will be Atiku completely. It will be kaput. We don't die. We don't kaput. It will be kaput over kaput. And you will be shocked to discover that there are Christians who are supporting Atiku most. Okay, I understand that Christians were supporting PDP because they said Buhari was a Muslim. But Atiku is not just a Muslim, he's a Muslim too. He's a Fulani too, maybe. And he's somebody like that. He's the same. And then he has criminal record. At least Buhari has reputation. But this one has criminal record. I mean, at least he's been accused of it. Let him go and defend. If he's a real normal human being that has conscience, he would have taken his flight to America and say, okay, so arrest me if you want to arrest me. Let's go to court. I didn't do this thing. Because this is not Nigeria. If it had been Nigeria, we could have said, oh, they have political persecution. They are persecuting him. Or what do they call it in Nigeria? He's wish hunting him. And they are persecuting him because it's opposition. That's the language they normally use. Buhari is only persecuting the opposition. They are only arresting, the EFCC is only after the opposition. But this will not be for Nigeria. Let him go to a free country. There is no country in the world that is freer than America, especially when it comes to the judiciary. Let him go to the freest country in the world and defend himself. And then come back, win the court, and come back and say, I want to become president. That would be fair. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, we have a caller. Yes. Who is calling, please?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Oh, Noeline. How are you, Noeline? It's been a while. I was thinking about you the other day that, Noeline has not been calling, though.
I had some court hearing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I had some hearing to attend. So
victory in Jesus' name. Victory.
Amen. Yes, sir. You see, when you are talking about this custom, in 2000, I sent some, not a container, just small things I sent to my mom. In 2004, the same thing. When you import when you send something to Nigeria to clear it, they say they have 21 table to sign their paper. And that 21 table, you have to bring money in box. So money that if you are clearing container, there's no account for Nigerian government. There's
I can't remember that. I can't remember I spoke about custom today. Oh.
No, sir. I'm trying to explain how Atiku, well, from what I saw as a custom officer, how they take the cash.
Yes.
How they collect the cash out of Nigeria.
Yes, he was a custom officer and he became a millionaire in US dollars as a custom officer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The money for clearing, the money comes in a box. You don't pay anything to Nigerian government for sending container or sending something. Every money you pay for clearing is in cash. So there's no account to say this is how much that was paid to Nigeria for importing things to Nigeria. So that is why he can make such a money that is troubling American government. Because the way it comes, the so-called head goes to mosques almost every 10 minutes. Because I was opportune to sit down in the office, I don't know how, but I managed to get into that office to sit down, waiting, because I told them I don't understand why 21 tables have to sign paper for releasing a self-contained thing. It's not a container, it's just a tiny small thing I sent to my mom. So that's when I understand how the money, how the customs can demolish Nigeria cash. Just as what the churches are doing, collecting cash without accounting anything. That is exactly how the customs are collecting money without accounting.
But in Nigeria, that kind of person is being celebrated as a rich man, even though America is saying
That's
that.
the problem. That's the problem. Because when he collects the cash now, he can then share to friends and family. He can then maybe throw it on the road. Because he doesn't know how painful people suffer to get that money and put it in a box and bring it to the office cash. So nobody is querying how much money was collected in custom office. Up till now, I don't think anything has changed. Because a man in the just yesterday was telling me that the clearing agent told him that the price has increased by 1 million for one container.
Wow.
So how can a price increase by 1 million naira to clear one container? That's ridiculous. Because I had this restaurant, I registered as importer, so I can import food items. I will be in my restaurant, and they will bring the goods to me in the restaurant. I don't sign anything. Once you pay your air freight, you don't sign any other thing. But in Nigeria, 21 people have to sign the paper for your small thing to be released. So it's not just that we have problem, not in the church only, not in the government, but in the custom itself. They are killing Nigeria. I mean, dead, cashly dead. I don't know how we are going to revive the whole thing, because when I say it's dead, Nigeria is dead and gone. Only God can revive it. Just what you are doing and what other people are doing. We just have hope that one youth will look at this and then say it's enough to stop now.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you very much.
Wow. Marlene, thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. Well, I think to the credit of the, what they call it, custom services, I heard that now they have custom agents, or what they call them, or agencies. So you don't need to be bringing the money there yourself. Just pay the agency. That's what I heard now. That is more civilized now. Now just pay the agency or agent, and then you have the clearing agent, just like they do in the West. You can clear they will clear the thing for you. Though you have to pay for the service. But yeah. But meanwhile, while we are waiting for the next call, anybody that wants to call, like I said, go to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents, and then write to us that you want to call. Just say, I want to contribute, and we will call you back. Meanwhile, I want to talk about the new book that we just released this week, and you can get it like a giveaway price for pre-order at $2 instead of $20. So that is it. Who will attend your funeral? And that is the favorite book of mine, that according to the favorite book of Dr. Babishai Victor. I think he has other books that he likes, but this one he said it's just over the top. And he said this is the book that motivated him to be doing everything he's doing right now with children and everything like that. So anyway, so if you are interested, go get it. But then I also want to talk about the second book, which is about Nigeria. We are talking about revolution in Nigeria, revolution without ammunitions. And that's the book on the beauty of Nigerians' diversity, the beauty in Nigerians' diversity, or of Nigerians' diversity. So, Beauty of Nigerians' Diversity is another book that I had released earlier. Unfortunately, if you didn't get it earlier, that one will not be for $2 anymore. That's already like $20 or so, or $5 to $7 in Kindle. So, but you can read it for free on Kindle Unlimited. Yeah, and then for those of you who want to come to Ukraine for the HMT, the next HMT is going to be in February from the 2nd to the 7th. And you can come and register now. If you register now, it's going to be much more cheaper for you. So if you go ahead and register. If you register now, it will be cheaper for you than if you register later. So you might be paying a lot less to attend the History Makers training than if you will leave it in January, for example. So you can come before the 2nd of February if you want, or you could stay beyond. But the program itself will be from the 2nd to the 7th of February. And for those of you who want to buy the books my books in bulk, and it might be actually better for you to write to my office. And the way to write is to write to DSASbooks@gmail.com, DSASbooks@gmail.com, and it will be cheaper for you to buy them in bulk from the office here. Or if you want to buy them in Nigeria, we have Shioma there. We'll send you a telephone and a contact. And somebody was asking me if we have people selling my books in Ghana. I think Shioma should be able to resolve that. And for those of you who are here to join the mentorship program, if you are here to join the mentorship program, please go to mentorship@godembassy.org. That is email, mentorship@godembassy.org. But don't write email. Just go to my blog, sundayadelajablog.com/mentorship, sundayadelajablog.com/mentorship. Yeah, that you can just go there and click and join the mentorship program right there. And so in the next 30 minutes, we'll continue our teaching on high-yielding lifestyle versus low-yielding lifestyle, or high-yielding lifestyle or low-yielding lifestyle. You decide which one. But after this series on high-yielding lifestyle, which will finish before the Christmas, then I'm going to start this. I'm going to go back to the series on how to know God. I'm very satisfied about the series on how to know God. The next one we are going to do on how to know God will be how to know God through the Holy Spirit. So that place is going to be interesting because I'm going to be answering the questions about speaking in tongues, about miracles, about gifts of the Spirit, about word of knowledge, word of wisdom, how to get word of knowledge, how to get word of wisdom, how to walk in them. So I'm going to be talking about Holy Spirit, how to know God through the Holy Spirit. We'll start in December. I think we should finish this ongoing series by December 28th or maybe before that. Then we'll start how to know God through the Holy Spirit. So, but we have a caller right now. So let's try to get a caller before we go. So, meanwhile, please go and share the message. Share the message. Let's share the message with our friends and family members.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Who is calling from where?
This is Moses calling from London, sir.
Yes, Moses. How are you doing, sir?
I'm very well, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks for the show. I really appreciate that, sir.
Yeah.
So I just want to contribute to what Mr. Federick said earlier on today.
Yes.
About contributing to the security in Nigeria. Apart from the security aspect, what again can we do? Because today I'm trying to talk to one of my friends in school, he is a Ghanaian. We're talking about artificial intelligence, where we can take to Africa, because now we see that corruption is too much in Africa. But by putting artificial intelligence in Africa, like a robotic, where it's going to help most of us in Africa, that like one woman called earlier on now, said the custom always take bribe and all that. But with the system of artificial intelligence in a robotic form, that can help a lot in Nigeria. Now, the economy of Nigeria, we can make it better for the young ones, in the sense that, like all this, I'm sorry to use this language, all the churches in the street, they should try to minimize the way they operate. And let's build a home like the way we do in London here. We have a home whereby anybody over 70, if you don't have anybody to look after you, you just go there, then people employ people that's going to work morning, afternoon, night. We can change Nigeria, sir. We can do a lot to change Nigeria if the people can give us the chance, the young ones can give chance to coming to Nigeria, especially we in the diaspora, that can go back to Nigeria and contribute to the economy. Like what Mr. Federick said, is a long job that we have to do, but they have to give us the chance for us to implement what we have learned here in Europe, so we can take it back to Africa, then we can make Africa better. Like now,
Moses, it's like you are passionate. You are passionate about Nigeria. Do you want to go back to Nigeria?
No, sir. No, sir. But at least the people there, I got family there as well. But at least we can create a lot of things for people there. I'm not ready to go back to Nigeria anyway. But we can do something for the people in Nigeria for them to survive. Because at the moment, they are starving all over the places.
Because I am going back to Nigeria and I have a project of taking 2,000 people back with me, and who from the diaspora, both Nigerians and foreigners. So I thought if you want to go back, then you don't worry, we are going to take care of it.
Sir, it depends, because at the moment I'm trying to finish my education here in uni here. Then that's why I have a project. Then my project based on that artificial intelligence. We have it here in Europe. We are thinking to take it back to Africa, where people in Africa can benefit. Like most of our students in back home, most of them computer science, most of them never see computer before. But if we can go back to Africa and see, and like you said, you are going back to Africa, I don't mind maybe when I finish, I settle down with my family, then I can decide to say, you know what, let me just go back to Africa and see how we can develop Africa. Because Africa, we have all the resources. We have all the resources, but it depends on the people that want to manage it. Like the old ones, they put on agbada all over the places. They can't do nothing.
Yeah.
They can't do nothing. So if the young ones can come together and say, you know what, we can bombard Africa, then Africa will be succeed. Then we can decide, you know what, let's go to Africa. I've been to Nigeria December last year. I see the way Africa is. And when I left Africa, I can see now that's different in time of everything is wrong completely in Africa. The light is not stable, the road is not good, even though the international airport in Nigeria, sir, if you go there, sir, I'm sorry to use this language, you will never see anything there. I was wondering that, this is Nigeria, but what can we do? But I know God is going to help us.
Amen.
So, sir, if you are planning to go to Nigeria, then I don't mind putting my contribution. I don't mind going and coming, but we just have to, we know people that we are working together, because Nigeria is, as Frederick said, if people want to hear about Nigeria, if you talk about, if you said to them, you are Nigeria, they will run away from you, because we don't have a good reputation everywhere in the whole world.
Yeah.
I know God will help us, sir.
Thank you,
very
Moses.
much for your program.
Thank you so
really
much.
Appreciate, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Please let's go share this message. Share. Like I said, I'm reminding you of the new book we just released this week. It's going to be there for 1 week at $2 for pre-order. This book is Who Will Attend Your Funeral? Who Will Attend Your Funeral? And so please go get that book. And then the other one, because we are talking today about Nigeria, is this one, The Beauty of Nigeria's Diversity. The beauty, there is a beauty in Nigeria's diversity. And if you read the book, you will become a Nigerian patriot like myself. You become so zealous about Nigeria. You would not like to lose Nigeria for anything. So read the book, it will bless you. Anyway, I think that will be all, because in the next 20 minutes, we need to come back to do our next series, which is High Yielding Life versus Low Yielding Lifestyle. All right, guys. If you want to come to Ukraine for the HMT History Makers Training, just write to hmt@godembassy.org. hmt@godembassy.org. And then you can register now, and it will be more cheaper for you. So look forward to seeing you. Peace.